Hey there, Nocturnes. Welcome back to another episode of Surviving College. So, last time I talked about what politics was and should be, and for today's episode, I'll be talking about the first political move that you might want to take. And the others will not be properly executed if you aren't aware of the first. So the first one is to know what exactly do you want from this career. My reference is primarily education, particularly basic education like high school because that's my context. But it can definitely apply to corporate as well and other workplaces. Okay? Let's say we have someone you're applying for to be a teacher in a particular school. Now, that someone has to be clear what kind of probably teacher does he or she want to become. Is he or she the type aspiring for principalship someday? So your actions should match your goals. For example, if your goal is indeed to be promoted to administrative positions, then you must win the favor of certain people who promote you to such. Remember, the ones who decide who gets promoted are the ones you are going to work under, okay, in the future. So if it's principalship, you'd of course want to win the favor of not just the students, but the parents as well. And one tip that I got from this article when it comes to navigating school politics, one helpful tip is to call the parents of students one by one. Well, you don't have to do that on one day. You could schedule it, break it down into days. For example, maybe call up three parents of three different students every day. Allocate the first 30 minutes of, let's say, your day for just that. Okay? And include those not just the ones who are about to fail certain subjects, but include the high performing students, all of them, even the mediocre ones. Okay? I mean, by mediocre, I'm referring to the performance, by the way. So that's one way. Establish rapport with key clients. Because to be principal, you need to have, a good reputation with the clients, both students and parents, and even alumni. When you last longer in that school, well, you meet more potential graduates, and these graduates will someday go back to their alma mater and pay forward, donate money to fund the school's projects for the current students. And aside from that, establish rapport with your academic coordinators, your current principal, etc., and apply to be the understudy. Because by being an understudy, you learn the functions of that role before the incumbent leaves and you replace him or her. So that's the first tip. Know what you want. Because depending on what you want, that way you learn whom you should establish rapport with the most. Okay? Whom you should have a good emotional bank account. Now, if it's not to be principal, let's say it's to be an just to be the best teacher that that mankind would have. Okay, if that's your goal, then maybe you should just focus, invest more in what you do for the students. Well, at least the bare minimum there is you have to have a good relationship with your superiors and then the students and their parents. But more importantly, your reputation with the parents and students count more. Okay, even if maybe you may have differences with the administration of your school, but at least even if you differ, as long as you perform well and then your clientele testifies to your awesome job performance, then with that you shall have, I think, attained your goal. That is, if you're not vying for administration because you want to retain that work life boundary you've worked so hard to establish, then so be it. So that's the first step to navigating the politics at work. Know your goals, whether it's promotion, whether it's increased knowledge, etc. So if you think that this video is worth sharing with people who have many things to say about this, well, do share and then like. It helps the algorithm, and comment what you think. I'll see you on the next episode.